Good morning. In today's episode we'll create health system for our player and our enemies. So let's get started. Let's create our C# script. Let's call it health system and let's open Visual Studio. Okay, so what we'll need for our health system are two variables. First one is max health, and other one is current health. We'll need it to calculate the health that's left for our player or enemy, and to present it on UI on the health bar. Float current. Okay, when our enemy or player is created, we need to make our current health equal to our max health. And let's delete this one. Now, what we want to do is create function for our game object where our health system knows that it takes damage. So let's write public void take damage, and damage amount will be provided by bullet that hits our target. So let's write here float damage. Okay, and what we need to do to take damage is our current health is equal to current health minus damage. Okay, and shorter version of that sentence is minus equal damage. Is the same. Okay. What we'll do next to inform our player that we took damage, our player, we need to update the health bar. That will be information for our player. So the health bar. Okay. For now, this function will not working yet. We'll create it soon, but first we need to check one thing, because if we take damage, if our health drops to 0, we need to kill our target. So current health is less or equal 0. So if our current health drops below 0, then we die. Okay, let's write function die. For now, our function die, of course, later on the tutorial series we create animation and everything, but for now let's just destroy game object. That will destroy game object that this script is attached to. Of course, if the current health drops below 0. So to avoid destroying health on destroying objects on instantiation, let's write default value 10. Okay. So this will be our function where our game object can die and take damage. But as we mentioned, we need also to update health bar of our game object. So to do that, we need to write new function update health bar. Okay. Now, what we want to do in our health. Okay, there is spelling mistake. Health update health bar. Okay, update health bar. Okay, now it's fine. What we need to do to update our health bar, we need reference to our health bar, but first we need to create it. So in a few minutes we'll create our health bar, but first our bullet needs to do damage to our health system. So let's go to our bullet function. Before, we just in previous tutorial just show how it works to hit and kill instantly the target. But now when we work with the health system, we don't want to kill our game object instantly. So now when our bullet collides with our target, we need to check if this target collision that is provided here will have health system attached, so we can make any damage to that system. If it will not have health system attached, then we don't want to do any damage to that game object, because it can be wall or something like that, so we don't want our walls to be broken by bullets. Okay, so for now let's write code for our health system, for our bullet, and first we need to check, as I said, if collision, so object we hit with the bullet, game object, function get component, health system is not null. So this means that way we'll check if we have any health system attached to object our bullet just hit. Okay, so if it's true, then health system will make reference for our health system. So our health system is equal to what we just wrote here. Okay, so that way we can call that variable health system on the game object we just hit. So that way our script will know what target exactly need to take damage. So health system that take damage is equal to the damage of our bullet we have defined here in the previous episode of this tutorial series. Okay, so that way we'll have fully working bullet. For now, let's make health bar for our game object, and then we'll create in the health system reference to update our health bar. But first, maybe let's check if our game object takes damage. Okay, so let's put our health system into zombie, and our zombie should have max health 10. Let's lower it to 3. So as far as I remember, our bullet does only 1 point of damage, and let's quickly test it how it works. So here you have our max health. Let's go to the debug mode, and now you can see current health. So let's shift to our zombie, and as you can see, our health lowered to 1 and 0. It killed our target, so it works as we want it to work. So now let's create our our health bar. Okay, so first let's go to UI, image, and let's change the canvas to, sorry, let's go out to the normal mode, not debug mode, and let's change screen space to word space. That way our health bar will be moving, will be attached to our enemy, and it will be moving with our enemy. The moving script we will do in the next tutorial episode. Okay, so now when we have that, let's change the image for our health bar. This one will be our container, so let's name it health bar. Maybe health bar background. It will work also as our background and as our container. Okay, now let's go to graphic. I have imported already a UI pack. This UI pack can be downloaded again from KNA1 site. I will put a link into the description. So let's go to UI pack, PNG, and let's choose, I like this one. Let's choose this one. Okay. So we need to do one thing before we replace our graphic. We need to change how it is sliced. If we don't do that, that borders outside of these lines we just used to slice the image will be extended, and they will be extended in some weird way. Okay, so let's keep it like that. I'm explaining it in different tutorial called Hellbar on my channel, so if you want to see the effect without that slicing, you can check the other video. Okay, so let's make a button here and let's go to UI pack. I want to scale it and reset all the positions, so let's make reset and let's reset the canvas. And now don't scale the canvas, just let's move the canvas side of our zombie object, and let's scale. It's why this position is still not right. Let's reset it, and this everything is correct. Let's change the scale for our zombie 0.2, 0.02. Okay, to see it, we need to change on the canvas. We need to change sorting layer for gameplay. This is what we created on episode 1. Those layers. This is the layer that comes over other layers. So I am explaining in the first video, so I will not repeat myself now. Okay, so it's still too big. Let's change Y, maybe. Oh, sorry. 0.02. Okay, this is okay, and this will be 0.5. Maybe not 5. Make it 8. Okay, this is enough. Let's change the height of the graphic. Not the height. And the Y position of the graphic for like 0.8. Maybe 0.7. Okay, that should be fine. Great. So now we can press Ctrl D to duplicate. This will be our mask component, and this one will be our fill of the graphic. Okay. So let's change this one. This will be our actual health bar. Okay, so let's, because we have green background, let's make red health bar. I think this will be fine. For our background, let's for now hide the fill, and maybe let's change the background. We have some gray. We have nice shade here, so I would like not to lose that one. So maybe let's make something gray here. Let's hide the mask for now. Yeah, that might work, but maybe let's make it darker. So okay, something like that. That would be nice. Okay. So let's unhide that. let's add image. Here let's change it from slice to field. Let's change it horizontal, and let's add mask component. Okay, show mask graphic, not. Why we do that? It's just to, if we change the mask, if it's working. If we change the fill of our mask, as you can see here, our health will drop. Okay, so let's go with the update health bar, and we need reference for our health bar. So as you can see here, we'll be referencing our mask on the UI image, and to do that we need to write our code. To be able to call image from the script, we need to add library Unity editor, Unity engine .ui. Now we can reference our image. So public image mask, it's our reference. So now to update our health bar, we need to write float fill. Our fill amount will be our current health divided on our max health. So that value will be always lower than 1, lower or equal to 1. So that's what we want to achieve, because as you remember, this fill amount is like from 0 to 1. Okay, and to put the value to our fill for the mask, we'll just call mask, just referenced fill amount is equal to our fill. But if our current health will drop below 0, we want to make it again equal to 0. So if current health will drop below or equal to 0, and below 0, our mask fill amount will be equal to 0. Okay, and that's perfect. That's how it should work. So now let's go to our Unity. We have our mask added. So now what we want to do with our zombie, we have our health system added to our zombie. We want just to put our mask into our reference value. Okay, let's delete the old zombie. Let's copy this one. Let's zoom out. Let's move it here to test. We can hit 2 zombies now. Okay, let's increase health of this one to 5, and let's keep this one to 3. So we have, maybe let's increase this one to 10, so you'll see the difference, how fast the health bar drops. So I can test play. Now let's shoot our zombie. You see how slow this HP drops, and this has much lower HP, so you see how fast this one drops. Okay, perfect. So we can kill our zombie, and that's what we need and how it will work. Let's increase movement speed for our player. And this is moving too slow. Just let's make it 5. Okay, so now we move faster. Okay, So that was all for this tutorial series, for this tutorial episode. I hope you liked it and it was helpful for you. Just if you liked it, just put a thumb up and please do not forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.